Look around any city and you'll see skin in 100 shades, from deepest brown to palest pink. That range hides one of evolution's quietest stories. Skin color isn't about beauty or rank, it's about light and how much ultraviolet radiation reaches the ground where your ancestors happened to live. Our story begins in Africa, under a fierce equatorial sun. This is where the human line grew up, bathed in some of the strongest ultraviolet light on Earth. Early humans were once covered in body hair. As they ranged across hot open savanna, they lost most of that fur and began to cool themselves by sweating. But bare skin under that blazing sun had a problem. Ultraviolet rays damage living cells and break down folate, a nutrient the body needs to build healthy children. Evolution answered with a shield. Skin cells cranked up melanin, a dark pigment that soaks up ultraviolet light before it can reach the delicate machinery inside our cells. Melanin works like millions of tiny umbrellas. Rich dark pigment scatters and absorbs the harshest rays, protecting folate, DNA, and the deeper layers of skin from sun damage. For hundreds of thousands of years, this worked beautifully. Under Africa's strong sun, dark, richly pigmented skin was simply the healthiest skin to have. Then, people began to wander. Small bands walked out of Africa and spread across the planet, moving north into Europe and Asia over tens of thousands of years. The further north they traveled, the weaker the sunlight became. Winters grew long, the sun hung low, and ultraviolet light arrived thin and scarce. Now that heavy melanin shield became a drawback. The body needs a little ultraviolet, specifically UVB, striking the skin to kick off making vitamin D. Vitamin D lets you absorb calcium and build strong bones and a working immune system. Too little, and health quietly falls apart, especially for growing babies. In weak northern light, very dark skin blocked too much UVB. People with slightly lighter skin let more of it through and produced more vitamin D. Those people stayed healthier and raised more surviving children. So generation by generation, across these low-sun regions, lighter pigmentation slowly became the common pattern. Here's the twist. Lighter skin didn't evolve just once. In Europe and in East Asia, it arose separately, through different genes, solving the same puzzle in parallel. Trace the DNA and you find branching paths, different mutations in different populations, each an independent answer to the very same shortage of sunlight. The shades you see today are not steps on a ladder. Each one is a finely tuned answer to the light of one particular place on Earth. Skin color is an adaptation, not a hierarchy. Different sunlight brought different adaptations, and underneath every shade lives one single, shared human species.